Hi, my name's Barrow. I never make a video like this, but I decided it's in the middle of the night. I got nothing going on. I'm a little bored. So how about I get to talk to somebody about this because it was so fucking bad. I mean bad. First off, I had great plans tonight. They were a blast, had a lot of fun. Then I had some time to kill before so I decided I'd click on Netflix and there's this new show called Black Summer. And I heard about it a few months back about their Netflix's zombie show coming to the Netflix streaming service. And I'm a fan of Walking Dead. I'm not near as much of a fan as I used to be. But I just watch it for nostalgia mostly now. But I was intrigued in watching this. So I went ahead and there was 8 episodes. And I sat down to watch these 8 episodes. To give you a first idea, I won't be going over there's gonna be spoilers, but I'm saving you. I'm saving you from watching this god-awful show. First off, there's 8 episodes, and I think the writers even knew, or the writers, or the producers, or whoever decided to make this realized their show sucked, because if you look at the timing of the episode runtime they start out 45 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, and then they get to that midpoint of the season, they're just like, guys, this show fucking sucks. It's really bad. Like, they're writing it right now thinking, this is shit. We're terrible. This is a god-awful show, because what happens? Then episode 5 is like 32 minutes. Then episode fucking 6 is like 25 minutes. And then episode 7, the one before the finale, is 22 minutes. Then your finale is 20 minutes. Why? Because they had no idea on how to save this boring fucking show. First off, I have the episodes right here because I want to go over a little bit of each one. The first episode, it gives you a little bit of an intrigue, but nothing new happens here. Basically, the wife, the daughter, and the husband are trying to make it to this quote unquote stadium where it's supposed to be safe, right? But apparently this is 6 weeks into the apocalypse of the zombies showing up. So the first fucking question I have is, why on earth are they now just deciding to leave? Now, I don't think they were in their house, or if maybe I was a little confused there, but it felt to me like they were in their house, and they just decided to leave now. And same with everybody. All of a sudden, their neighbors are leaving. Everyone's running out. They're trying to get to this. This has been going on for 6 months. So maybe they just became a dead zone or something. Who knows? But it starts off typical. The daughter, is the only one who makes it on the boat. The dad is bitten already, so he turns into a fucking zombie. We get introduced to characters throughout this episode, right? So we get introduced to Rose, who is the mother. We get introduced to Ryan, who is a deaf gentleman. We get introduced to Barbara, an old lady. We get introduced to Lance, who we get to see for 2 fucking seconds. It says Lance, right? It says Lance, and we just follow a zombie for fucking 15 minutes. Oh, you'll notice if you watch this fucking show, there's times where not one piece of dialogue is said in 15 minutes. It's just these fucking characters going around the corners. Oh, what's happening? What's going on? Oh my God, I think there's a zombie over here. We gotta be really quiet. You give me no reason to care about any fucking characters in your fucking show. So the first episode goes ahead and ends. People get with other people. So there's 2 groups we're watching. There are 2 different groups we're watching. Second episode comes along, right? And now I might miss things here and there, but the second episode comes along. We're watching the story about a Mexican guy named William, a girl who doesn't speak English, and Barbara, the old lady, in this van that is being stalked by a black truck or whatever. And the whole fucking time, it's just nothing new. I know it's hard to write new things, especially because there's so many things getting made nowadays. but it's just boring. The truck finally catches up to him. Barbara, the girl they had, she had her own title. She had her own title in the fucking opening episode. And guess what? She flies through a fucking window and dies. She gone. She dead. Like, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't know who the hell she is. They gave me no reason to care about any fucking character on this show. The only plus I'll give this show throughout this is the fact that you never felt like any of the characters were safe. That's one of the rare pluses the show's ever gonna get. Episode 2 still dives along, and then we go into episode 3, where now it's okay. This episode, okay, get ready, because now we're episode 1 and episode 2. They were by the numbers. Nothing new was happening. I wasn't entertained, but at the same time, I didn't stop watching. I will give it that. I didn't stop watching episode 1 or 2. Episode 3 comes along, and now shit's hitting the fan for me. Because what happens to our other group of characters that consist of the fake military man, I forgot to mention him, Rose, the mother, the deaf gentleman, and Lance. So they go into this school. They go into a school where they're trying to remain safe. And you know what? They get outsmarted by fucking 10-year-old kids. 10-year-old kids. They're this whole episode, they're worried about the bad guys around the corner. It's kids. It's kids. They're puny little fucking kids. Now, don't get me wrong. A kid with a spear, a kid with a gun, yeah, it's going to be intimidating when you're there. But as a show perspective-wise, I mean, they're kids. These kids have their own little like community inside of this this school where they just have now started to evacuate this city. So these kids have gotten together in 20 minutes and created a community with each other. They're all like, okay, he's the king, you know, that guy's there. We have a prison over it. They have a prison. They have kids that are working on creating weapons. They have kids that are like the guards. They hold these fucking spears. How did you create that all in 20 minutes, kids? You are some fucking amazing kids, let me tell you that. You are fucking amazing. And then, you know, the guy named Ryan, who's the deaf gentleman, gets captured by one, and he fucking dies. He gone. The kids kill him. So another gentleman who had his fucking name put out the front, he gone. He dead. I mean, I had no care. It didn't matter to me. Like, I'm like, okay, he dead. I mean, I didn't know him. Didn't matter to me. So he gets dead, and then all of a sudden, Lance gets split off with the other two, and then we go into episode 4. This episode is one of the most boring pieces of cinematography, of anything I have witnessed. The person, I'm not trying to be rude, the person who wrote this episode didn't even write 10 fucking lines of dialogue. The whole fucking episode starts with Lance being separated, waking up, finding his way out of the school. He hasn't said a line yet, by the way. Finds his way out of school in like 5-10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, a zombie, the kids kill somebody else who falls off the roof. And the whole, it's 39 minutes. I'm looking at right now. It's 39 minutes. It's him running away from the same zombie for 39 minutes. It was so bad. I was honestly sitting here like, I wanted to fast forward. Because I'm like, he would run to the next area. He would be safe. And then, you know, he would get up. He would look around. All of a sudden, he'd look over. There's the zombie again. Same exact one. He's like, oh my God. Make it to the grocery store where it's just him. All these groceries. All these fucking groceries. Motherfucker gets a cart. And he hasn't said a line yet, by the way. Hasn't said anything. Gets a cart. I'm going to put some cereal in here. You know, oh yeah, I need some Miller Lite. Let's put some Miller Lite in here. Yeah, let's get some cans. Now he gets the water. Good call, Lance. Let's get some water. He goes to the checkout aisle, and obviously this is supposed to be funny, but he starts putting his items on the checkout. Like, like someone's about to ring him in. You have been getting chased by a killer fucking zombie nigh 4 minutes ago. And now you're in a grocery store filled with food, water, equipment, and you're putting the fucking items on the checkout counter? Who wrote that? You're horrible. Like, come on. I could understand if this was like supposed to be a comedy show, but it's not supposed to be a comedy show. Unless I'm crazy, because it may have been a comedy show because it was hilariously bad. So okay. So the fucking zombie, the zombie makes his way into the grocery store. So what does Lance do? He starts running. He makes it to a fire department. A fire department, right? He locks the door behind him. And then ironically, the garage is left open, so the zombie still comes into the garage. Same zombie, by the way. And he hasn't said a word. Hasn't said a fucking word. He makes his way into the back. Oh man, he finds an axe. Finally! Kill this zombie so you can say something, Lance! He gets the axe. He goes behind the zombie. He lifts it up. And the axe gets caught in a metal chain link fence. So what does Lance do? He starts running. He runs to the next fucking area where he goes to a bookstore of all reasons. And we're 35 minutes in, hasn't said a fucking word yet. Oh, I'm sorry. He was on a bus for like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to get off the bus. That too. Who gives a fuck? He makes his way to the bookstore, and then all of a sudden, he asks some random guy in front of him that he finally finds, help me, help me. He runs to the bookstore. The random guy comes and helps him, right? The random guy kills the zombie. And while Lance gets up after, being a fucking horrible episode for 39 minutes, I cared more about the guy who just helped him. Because he had more character in that 1 second than Lance has had for 40 minutes. And he gets bit in the fight. He goes, oh, I got bit. So Lance goes, thanks, dude. And kills the fucking guy. Why couldn't Lance die? He was horrible. Let's go to episode 5. What happened in episode 5? This show is so bad, I forget. Okay. Episode 5 is when they're trapped inside the diner. This is about the Barbara character that flew out the window. She's now a zombie outside. She's like, oh, let me in. I want to eat your fucking brains. And this episode was the one episode in the middle that I was like, you know what? This one did have me going just a little bit. I would say that was probably the best episode of the series, episode 5. So I have so much shit I gotta say about the other episodes with how garbage they are. Don't get me wrong, this series as a whole, don't fucking watch it. I don't even get, episode 5, again, was okay. It was okay, but it ain't worth getting through episode 1 and 4. Let's go on to what could be the stupidest fucking thing that I've recently seen. So, the zombie apocalypse, you won't believe how stupid this is. The zombie apocalypse is happening, right? So, the surviving members get together and say, hey, we need weapons. So how do they get those weapons? Well, first off, they don't tell us anything where they're going into. All of a sudden, they show up at this place. The Mexican guy goes, hey, I got 2 good-looking females here, like he's selling them as sex slaves or something. And they go in this high-security place, and there's women, there's men doing like vials of drugs, like they're cooking meth. The zombie apocalypse is happening, and you're worried about your meth business? Your state has been declared black, which means only the dead are there. Who are you making the meth for? Everyone's dead, basically. So, let's get through that fucking horribleness. So, there's an empire. Someone's still trying to create their empire. It's like fucking Walter White. I'm sorry. I should never mention Walter White with this horrible series, because Breaking Bad's awesome. So, yeah, there is a meth business going on inside the zombie apocalypse. So, they go ahead and create this heist to steal the weapons, okay? Very methodical, very, very good. Listen to this. They split up in two groups. Oh, because all the groups are together now. In episode 5, all the groups got together. So now they split up in two groups, right? So what happens is 3 of our characters go to the high security bunker where it's going to be tough to get in. No matter what happens, stick together. One guy that is fucking guarding all the weapons that this empire has. This fucking empire. One guy. You know what that one guy's doing when they arrive? Cleaning his gun. He's literally blowing on his gun. And then he goes, what? Boom, dead. He gone. That's all they had. So, this high security place, first, all you have to say, hey, I have women. They let you in. And then, you open the back door for your friends like you're in the movie theater. Hey, guys, free movie, come on in. And then they go ahead, they find the bunker, and it's just one guy. And do remember, only half of our heroes, apparently, our survivors, are there. Because the other half are doing something that is so fucking cool. Because the other half is really important. They came here for the guns, remember that. So this half kill the person, they get the guns, and they go out through an air conditioning shaft. They're out. They already have the guns. What are the other people doing? I'm thinking to myself, wait, where are you going? So we go see what the other group's doing. They're turning off the power. Why? Your other team's already out. They're already gone. They never even ran into anybody. Why do you have to turn off the power? That makes literally zero sense. And then the girl who was on this stupid side goes into the party. People are partying, dancing, doing meth, having a good old time. She goes up to who I'm assuming is the leader of the meth business, starts dancing with him, and stabs him in the throat. I mean, there has to be a reason on why she did that. But as a writer, you never gave me a reason. You never gave your audience a reason why she would, risk her life to go up there just to stab this one dude. Because guess what happens when you stab the dude? He turns into a zombie. The zombie bites another one. They turn into zombies. And now you created a zombie in the meth business, and it's your fault. And her boyfriend dies in the middle of all of it. Her real boyfriend dies in the middle of all of it, and it's her fault. It's her fault. So they had the weapons. What's the point of 1, the girl, going to kill this guy, and 2, turning off the power? You had the weapons. I mean, yes, I know that they didn't know they had the weapons, but at no particular moment did they need to turn off the power, because I forgot to mention, like I said, I'm forgetting, the two, the couple, the boy and the girl, they knew their way in and out, so they may have been a part of it. Who knows? Then we go to episode 7, where it's now just the army guy is not a real army guy. He gets captured by the old army guys that say, he's not real. No, we're going to take him back. And then the main girl turns into Laura Croft all of a sudden. She goes ahead. She helps out fucking whatever the fuck your name is. Spears, I think it was. Shoots the 2 army guys. In 10 seconds decides that the people who are in army getup are bad. Now, sure, she has been with this other guy for 1 day. 1 day. So in 1 day, this guy has made you think the people who are the real army people, because you were already suspicious of this fucker to begin with, are bad, and she shoots him in the head. Pow, 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 pow. They gone. They dead. And then all of a sudden, she gets back to, and she's been a fucking puny this entire time. She's been afraid of everything. She was afraid of her fucking shadow not 4 seconds ago. All of a sudden, she shoots these 2 army guys. She comes back into the room, and everyone's like, hey, what happened to the army guys? What happened to the army guys? She goes, they didn't make it. And then she's got fucking like 4 guns on her when she walks in the room. 4 guns strapped, and she goes, we're going out there. Lock and loaded. Get ready. She takes an AK and is like looking around like she's a bad. What happened? Did you go in Jason Brody from Far Cry 3? In 2 seconds, you went from a pussy ass bitch to fucking knowing everything about guns? How? What? That doesn't even make. Go away! And then the fucking finale shows up. I'm dying to stop watching this show, but I don't know why. Honestly, I just kept watching it. It was only 20 minutes. So this is how the finale goes. This is the finale. Our survivors that are still alive, they are now going through the downtown area that's filled with zombies or some shit, so they can get to this quote-unquote stadium that is completely safe. First shootout they get. Boo, 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 boo. They killed one zombie. Woo, good job. They turn around to their friend, the girl who stabbed the fucking guy in the neck like 2 episodes ago. Hey, let's go. She looks down and doesn't look like she's shot or anything. I don't know what. All of a sudden, she pukes out blood. When you puke out blood, that means you're fucking a zombie. But let me ask you something. Even if she was shot, she never died. You can't die standing up. When you die, I'm pretty sure you're not going to stand fully erect. I'm pretty sure you're going to drop to the fucking ground. She just goes, she's looking at him alive. Blah, I'm a zombie. Oh. And she starts chasing him. Like, when did you turn into a zombie? Then we get fucking 15 minutes of just stupid action of the main mother turning into this god. Cover me! Hold on! Stay clear! Stay down! I got this! When did... This is all happening in one day. One day, because they only slept once, or maybe twice. Maybe it's 2 days. But in a span of 2 days, and just fucking 4 hours ago, you were a fucking pussy ass bitch. And now... She's just stupid. It's just horrible. Then, we have, I think, 5 characters left. Lance gets separated. I don't know. He didn't have an ending. He's out in the shit still. Our 4 main characters are trying to make it to the stadium, and the one character that I kind of actually did get a little liking to was the Mexican dad, that he was trying to make it back to his family. The one character I kind of like, he twisted his ankle, supposedly during that stupid heist mission where he didn't need to do what he did anyway, so he fucking twisted his ankle. They're trying to make it. They're not fucking, 20 feet away. He's almost there, and the badass girl now all of a sudden decides he can't make it, shoots him in the fucking head. He dies. They kill him off. They don't even recognize it. So we have the 3 people who made it to the stadium. The fake army man, the girl who doesn't speak English, and Rose the mother. Those are the only 3 people who made it, right? All of a sudden, they get to this stadium. They're the only 3 to make it out of all the people that were trying to get inside. They look in the stadium. It's completely bare, completely blank. No one is in sight. They get to the middle of the football field, and all of a sudden, this one lone guy comes out from the tunnel of one of the places in the seats. Looks down at them with a rifle. All 3 of them look up like, we're badasses, we got this. You ain't got nothing on us, big guy up there with your fucking rifle. The guy puts his rifle down, so he's obviously a friendly. And the three main characters who have their rifles trained on and put their rifles down, they're obviously friendlies. They're like, okay, cool. And remember, there's supposed to be thousands of people in this stadium hiding out. Thousands of people in this stadium hiding out. As the 3 main characters look up to this one guy, who is the first line of self-defense for this one guy? Is it, a badass army guy? Is it a kick-ass woman? Is it somebody who has fucking background in weaponry? No, it's the fucking 9-year-old daughter of our main character, who comes up right behind him with a gun. I got your back, hombre. Thousands of people in this stadium and there's army people protecting it. And the second person to come out of the stadium is a 9-year-old with a gun. The second person. I mean, what if this was an attack from zombies coming out? You send one guy out there, and then your next line of defense, hey, 9-year-old, you're next. Yeah, all you army guys over there with AK-47s, All you fucking kick-ass people over there with the fucking grenades and shit, you sit down, 9-year-old, you go out there, 9-year-old, check out, see what's going on. The 9-year-old! The 9-year-old runs, the 9-10, she runs down the steps. The mother all of a sudden's like, oh my God, I made it to my daughter. They run at each other in the middle of the fucking stadium, and then it fades to black and says, Black Summer. Do me a favor, Black Summer. Just like how you faded to black there, fade to black in existence. That show sucked. I would, if I brought a rating scale out, I would give it a 2 out of 10. And that's being fucking generous. And the only reason I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 is because, one, yes, it made you feel like the characters were not safe. That is something that a show like this needs to do. And yes, it did do that. Too bad I didn't care about any of the fucking characters at all. It's not like in Game of Thrones when all of a sudden you're Jon Snow's in the back. You're like, oh my God, Jon Snow, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it. Here I'm like, oh, Ryan's in trouble? Oh shit, okay. Oh fuck, what, if Lance doesn't get out of this, what am I gonna do? Oh no. Oh fuck, they killed off Barbara? Oh, yeah, I really cared for her character. I had no care at all, at all. In season 1 of The Walking Dead, in the pilot episode, remember how the writers made you know Merle? You wanted Merle to die. He was a racist asshole. You wanted him to die. In 1 episode, you wanted someone to die. In 8 episodes here, I didn't care if anyone died. I didn't care if anyone lived. Because it was just fucking bad. 2 out of 10, do not recommend, do not watch on Netflix. Make sure you take it off your fucking queue list and do yourselves a favor and say, Barrow saved me from watching this shit fucking series. It is bad. I can't believe I watched all of it. I honestly can't believe I watched all of it. But I did. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. But I guess, you know what? I've never done a review thing before, but like I said, it was so bad and atrocious. I wanted to save people from watching it. So if one person watches this and, you know, they go ahead and say, you know what, Barrow, you saved me. You saved me today. You know what? I did my job. I did my motherfucking job. Don't watch that show, dude. Go watch Haunting of Hill House for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th time in a row before you watch this once. Oh, it was bad. Please no season 2. Oh God, I wouldn't watch it, but I don't even want to see it on my fucking queue list for how bad that was. I'm out. Oh, don't watch it.